there, it's Latrina, and it is the end of my 21-day vegan jumpstart that I did personally for myself to kind of reset my body, my disciplines, my lifestyle, just trying to get things back on track after going through like a season of feeling like uninspired and just kind of going through the motions. And even though I've been vegan for a while, I still wanted to do like a jumpstart to just kind of reset everything and reset myself and my diet. And now that I'm at the end of that, I just kind of had a really major revelation this morning. I just got in from church, and the thing that I realized is that I looked at this reset from the wrong perspective. So what I mean by that is I came in with small goals, but mainly to kind of reset my life, get some more discipline. And I thought, great if I could lose 5 pounds. It's been harder in these last few years to lose even 5 pounds. So that was a small goal that I wanted to put out there for myself. And so at the end of this, I lost 3 pounds, so I didn't hit 5 pounds. And I know the main reason I did that is because this past week or so, just a little over past week, I was really off track. And even though overall I was doing okay, but I was snacking more this past week. I struggled to just really get a set routine. So I was like doing things on the fly, not really preparing meals. I just really struggled with that. And I know that that was a big part of why I didn't get those 5 pounds that I wanted to lose over the past 3 weeks. But it wasn't so much just also about the number on the scale. That's a big deal to me at this point in my life, but it's not everything. But it was just trying to figure out why was it so challenging for me? And the other thing is, I think that it's been hard for me to take on a lot of stuff at one time, because this past month, all the month of October, I was on a personal 10,000 step challenge to get in 10,000 steps every day. And I am so excited that I actually did that. But it took a lot of commitment. It was my decision to do it. And it was such a big goal for me that I put a lot of focus into that. And what that boils down to is really like 4.5 plus miles a day. So if I'm just at 10,000 steps, it's like 4.5 miles a day, no breaks, every day I did it. And so I was really excited about that. But it took a lot of energy. It took a lot of focus. It took a lot of, deviating from my routine to make sure I got my steps in, just a lot of things like that. And so I feel like I had a hard time with trying to focus on that and trying to focus on a perfect vegan diet, all those things. So that was a part of it. But this morning, while I was at church, what I realized, because I went in wondering like, why did I struggle this last week or so? And what God gently reminded me was that I did this from trying to accomplish my goals from the outside in, and instead of from the inside out. And what I mean is the spiritual reset is what I was really needing. And it feels so obvious right now, but that really was it. All the feeling stuck, all of the feeling like I needed to move forward, need to do something different, need to shake things up and shake myself up to get myself motivated, just in all areas of my life. And I was trying to do that from the outside in instead of from the inside out. And as a holistic health coach, one of the things that I teach and that I believe in, that's a core belief in or core principle in my health coaching, is that it's a holistic practice. So it's a spiritual mind body approach, which means that if any one thing is off, then all of them are off. But honestly, for me, if the spiritual component of my life is off, then my mind is off, my weight is off, my physical is off. And so I was trying to reset from doing all the physical things. I was doing the 10,000 steps, and I was trying to get the junk food and the processed stuff out of my diet. And I realized that even though in the mornings, I love my mornings and I do my devotion and my journal, my gratitude journal and all those things in the morning to set my day. But if I'm being completely honest, it's been more of a routine. So it hasn't been so much of me really diving in in that spiritual component and really focusing like I need to. I had days that I did better than others, but that's why, because I needed a spiritual reset. And so that was a really big revelation for me. So, as I move into November, as of this taping, it's November 2nd. So we're just starting the month out. I have some other goals that I'm going to push forward that I'm going to share in another video about what my focus will be overall for not just me, but for you, in my effort to help and educate you, along with myself, but just people who are watching is what I mean. I'm going to share that in another video, but so my focus for the month of November will definitely be a spiritual reset. And I'm willing to bet everything I have that as I put my energy into that, the physical will be just one of those great healthy consequences of that, right? It's going to be a benefit, I should say, of that. And I'm willing to guarantee that, because if I start from the inside out, then everything else will fall into place. And for me, my spiritual relationship, my connection to God, my spiritual walk is the most important thing. And it hasn't been in the past few months. So I think that's going to be my big focus. So in the month of September, I focused on yoga, did at least 10 minutes of yoga every day. In the month of October, I did 10,000 steps a day. And I think in the month of November, I'm going to definitely do my spiritual reset and figure out what that specifically looks like for me, along with my physical goal or physical challenge of increasing my strength training. Because as I was doing more of the walking, I was falling back on my strength training. I was still doing it, but not as far as like 4 to 5 days a week, or even 3 to 4 days a week like I really like to. So I'm going to make some adjustments there. But yeah, so overall, I think that it was a great month. I'm excited about the 10,000 steps that I accomplished daily, and I'm still going to continue to get more steps in, because it showed me that I can do way more than I give myself credit for. And I look forward to having a full rest day in the month of November, because when you're doing 10,000 steps a day, you're really working out every single day with no rest. And so I look forward to having a real rest and recovery day incorporated into my health regimen. So I'm going to do my spiritual reset, and I guarantee you that's going to impact my physical things that I'm trying to change and improve. So I'm going to keep incorporating all the things, walking, keep doing yoga a couple days a week, but really focusing on my spirit. So if this resonates with you, I would love to hear your thoughts and some other perspectives about whether or not, when your spiritual life is off, whether or not that impacts your physical life, because I know it does for me. So thank you for the encouragement for this month. I'm going to keep moving forward, I should say, for last month, and I'm going to keep moving forward and just look forward to just having more of an interaction, engagement with you guys, just to hear your thoughts, what you're doing, and any advice that you have for me. I would love to hear that. So that's it for now. In the meantime, I need you guys to continue to rock on, and I'll talk to you soon.